He's not the what you call it. He's not.
Oh man, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
He beat
Go
some
ahead.
ass. You hear me? He
Come on,
beat
man.
his ass.
You ain't have to put
Hey,
that picture up there,
Hey, look
man.
here.
Hey, come
If
on,
you would have
man.
went,
Did you
if you would have
see?
went the other way, you would have been like,
No,
"That's how I
Hey.
go.
no,
That's how I
no.
go."
I'm gonna tell you something. Let me tell
What's
you
up?
something. First of
What's
all,
up?
I did this. It wasn't no bets. So let me just this for Eddie. This is for Eddie
Okay.
Westside to our
Yeah.
600 and trade subscribers. So you know what? This is for Eddie Westside. Y'all go ahead and read that. I was wrong. Crawford is the king, the new undisputed welterweight champion, first male fighter to be undisputed 4-belt champion in 2 fucking divisions, man. And I'm proud of him, man. And shout out to Errol Spence, man, because
You got your ass beat,
he
Spence.
kept.
I mean, because he made me mad because when I was watching it, like, listen, I'm sorry, Spence, but you did. But much love, you hung in there. You kept getting up when you should have stayed the fuck down. But listen,
No, you shouldn't.
Go ahead, Kiki.
what was pissing me off, he
Mhm.
kept his, like, if somebody constantly getting you headshots, ain't you
Yeah.
gonna cover your head? He was a sloppy fighter compared to him. Crawford was very calculated. Like, he knew where his hits was gonna go, and he kept blocking.
Most
Dude never blocked.
most
It was just like he was just taking them.
great fighters know how to make adjustments, and the
And
only
that- and that-
person that
go
could
ahead.
do what Crawford does was sitting ringside, who got that 50-0 on his belt. Those are the
49.
great fighters. No, I'm talking about
I
money.
know 49. I can't give him goddamn. You last minute make. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
he got 50-0 money made.
We will
Is what you
agree
call
to
it.
disagree.
You
You
okay?
ain't
You
getting
can have
Conor
that.
McGregor, baby.
Right,
Go
but
ahead.
he sat
Well,
there.
let me say this. I couldn't
Right.
hang one in a round with neither one of them. Okay, so I just want to put that out there.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, like, come on,
Well, let me say
that
this. Let me
fight.
say this.
Go
Let
ahead,
me
go
say
ahead.
this,
Speak your piece, fam.
because you know what, man.
He's
Let
just
me-
he's
it-
upset
it's-
because that's his
it's-
boy.
No. Let me say this. No, well, I met the cat. I used to see the cat in the gym. But here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you why I called it, because I called Cousin Eddie, and this is the thing. I never said that Bud was a bad, awful fighter. I'm in the majority. I didn't know as many people had Spence picked. It was a lot of cats out there like Eddie that was like, nah, man, I'm telling you, it's something special about this dude. This was my train of thought. And it was the same. It was across the board.
Mhm.
Nobody had ever seen Errol Spence on his ass before. Errol
Right.
Spence is an elite fighter. Errol Spence
Exactly.
had never been put on
I've
his ass
heard.
before.
Exactly.
We've
heard
seen
that.
we've seen Bud get dropped on his ass. Now, when he got back up,
Mhm.
it was curtains for the other dude. So
Mhm.
I'm going off the fact that this motherfucker ain't never been knocked down. We've seen him pulverize people's bodies.
Mhm.
And I've seen him switch it up for Mikey Garcia, and he fought a technical fight. I didn't even really follow Bud like that. That's why I said, I tell people I'm no expert boxing fan. You
Mhm.
know, I consult with cats who used to box when I talk. I love boxing, but I wasn't aware of Bud like that. I was introduced to Bud on the Breakfast Club, and he was
Mhm.
very laid back, very stoic. He wasn't into none of the bullshit. And he spoke
Right.
against that. Same as Spence. But I told, what did I say, Ed, on that last show? I said, I don't know. I
Mhm.
seen something different in that Porter fight,
Yeah.
and I watched the Porter fight. I seen the
Mhm.
Gamboa fight, which Gamboa gave him a harder fight, and Gamboa's in his 40s.
Yeah.
And I seen something in them highlights that weeks before the fight, I said, oh shit. And I'm gonna tell you something. I heard an Errol Spence interview, and I'm listening to his voice patterns, and I'm like, this cat ain't talking his speech patterns are off. He's slurring his words. He's not speaking the same way. I feel like Willie D. Errol is better than 95% of the fighters.
Mhm.
I'll never give him the excuse of he's been in 2 car accidents. He was thrown out of a car at 100 miles an hour. To me,
Mhm.
that makes him even tougher to come back and beat Danny Swift, beat Porter, beat Ugas, come back with a detached retina. And I won't use it as an excuse because that shows even more of how special this motherfucking Bud Crawford is.
But
I ain't never seen no performance like. Go ahead.
But how about saying giving
So
all
wait,
the
hold on.
accolades? Hold on, giving all the accolades to Spence, right? How this motherfucker, he had all the belts. Bud had one because nobody else would, fight him. And mind you, he came up in weight. Bud took it easy on him.
Okay, so I'm glad you said that because Timothy Bradley called the fight. He had Bud winning.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, a miscalculation in his judgment, because they got him in an article. He said that Bud wanted to punish him slow. No, Bud did not do. If you watch that fight,
Right.
I don't know who said it. Bud could have killed this fucking man if he wanted to.
That part.
Bud controlled the whole fight, the whole fucking the way he looked at this mother. He didn't have a bruise. He wasn't winded. You said this. And again, if anybody think I'm being funny, watch the last show. I'm sticking to my shit. This motherfucker got a supercomputer up here because you said this motherfucker make those adjustments.
He's a switch hitter. You can't train for a switch hitter.
Bro,
he said, okay, you a southpaw? Guess what? So am I tonight.
Right.
And what you call it looked like he didn't prepare for any of that.
No,
he looked like he was unprepared for any adjustments.
Big bro. Spence looked good coming out. But when it was almost like Bud heard these motherfucking commentators say, yeah, there's that jab and the double jabs. Look at Spence's jab. He took that shit away. And it was like as the fight went on, he got faster than this motherfucker. Spence didn't pull his fist back before he got hit 2-3 times.
First round, filling out round. Second round,
domination.
They got tied up, and all you heard was, "Oh my God, here come Earl! He's rallying." And then all you heard was, "Oh!" His ass touched the canvas.
Was like
he dropped him in a second, and then after that, the rest is history.
You ever see
the rest is history?
You ever see Snatch? When Brad Pitt, the big motherfucker, thought he was gonna beat Brad Pitt, and his boys was like, and when he hit that motherfucker with one blow and knocked him out, and his eyes was open, and that camera was like zoom, and they knew they about to fuck us up. Man, look, my wife came upstairs, was like, "Ooh, baby, your boy need to drink some water. Ooh, this ain't a fight. Ooh, he getting fucked up." I was sitting there like this.
He was leaking fast. He was leaking the whole time. He was leaking from his ear, his mouth, his nose, his eye.
Lady at the house was like, why is he blinking so much? I was like, he can't see. Like, he can't see. He just got tagged.
Let me put this out there.
What's up?
This motherfucking shit froze up.
This is what old boy looked like after his car accident.
Yeah.
Oh, he was the one in the car accident.
Yeah, he was in that Lambo that he got flipped out of
100 times. And you flipped over in the Lambo going 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Show what he looked like after Bud. That's a different accident. That ain't even the worst of it. Because Roy Jones said.
Well, now that make me feel. Now y'all making me feel bad for talking about how he got his ass whipped. I ain't know the history.
Yeah,
hold on.
But that's no excuse, Miss Kiki. That ain't no excuse.
It's no excuse.
That ain't no excuse.
To do that is to take away from Bud. We can't do that.
Right.
Errol is an elite fighter, and let me tell you something. Roy Jones said that Errol might want to reassess fighting. He said, I don't give a fuck what nobody said. When you're in a car accident like that, he said, this is no excuse. He said, but it permanently changes you.
That's what did I say last week? That's what I said. That was the only thing I had issues with. I was like, dude, he ain't been right since, even though he's been fighting.
Did I argue with you last week?
But but go ahead.
No. What I'm saying is, he said, man, I ain't never seen nobody face do that in the second round. Like his face. He said, Roy was like, I ain't never seen nobody face change color like that. I ain't never seen nobody face swell up. I ain't never seen nobody face do that, even in my entire boxing career.
Second round.
I was like, this nigga Bud.
Yeah, he was leaking. He was leaking early.
Yes, man.
Bomac, look, they was calling Bomac the Cheeto man the whole time.
Damn.
Bomac, Bud was humble. They showed Bomac going into the like fuck him. Fuck them. They was all hating. Fuck them. I'm like, Bo-Mac, you deserve it. I mean, one point, like, you know how they do corner tracks when they let you listen to look, man. At one point, it looked like, man, they was coming back and Derrick James was looking at him like, hey, man, just pray. It looked like he was feeling man, you got to fight him, man.
That's what it was.
Call on God.
You heard Crawford's corner was like, dude, he's fucking slow. He can't counter. He can't counter. You know, keep doing what you're doing. Kind of like when you heard Floyd's dad talking to him in the corner, like, dude, I ain't got nothing to say to you. I used to love those corners. You know, he was like, I ain't got nothing to say to you. And what you say,
Roger,
old boy, the cut man who ain't never got to do nothing.
Right.
Yeah, they
got the same 3 Q-tips his entire career.
The whole career. Ain't never
the same 3 Q-tips.
Went up his nose. Yeah.
That's why he always smiling. He didn't forget how to be a cut man.
That part. Like, oh shit, I forgot my Vaseline. Shit. Okay.
Man, look, man. And you know what, man? My wife said, you know, they need to stop the fight. And I said, no, he's got to go out on the sword.
I thought they was gonna call it because of how he was leaking, but they didn't call it. They
didn't want to do that because it was too much at stake.
It was too much at stake.
Belts. If it wasn't all about those damn belts, they would have stopped it. But they were like, we got to give him the opportunity because he was still throwing, but he was catching more than he was throwing.
And that's what I told my wife. Like,
and he kept jumping up. He was jumping up fast as hell too.
Yeah, and I told my wife that's why he has to go out on his sword. And my thing is, look, man, I don't know who else it is. They want to say Boots. Thurman is out there talking about, hey, my face ain't gonna look like his. You will get your ass whipped 10 times worse.
And you will start talking normal. You will fix that lisp. Real quick.
Because Thurman, I used to watch Thurman, and I like Thurman as a fighter. I watched this man get up from a liver shot.
Yeah.
And shrug that shit off. But he had the nerve to tell, I'm not flat-footed like Spence is. And that's the main thing that everybody said his whole career is this motherfucker was flat-footed.
Right.
Bud is different, and motherfuckers need to leave that motherfucker alone.
Bud said that's not even a good option. And what you call it got he said that's not even a good option. He said, but what you call it got the rematch clause in his contract, and he already said he wanted to go back at it in December, which I think he should chill the fuck out.
So now, what does that tell you if a motherfucker beats a man like this and will accept the rematch, but ain't even gonna give you over here a chance?
Yeah. What is that?
You know what I'm saying? You know what?
Because Bud is a hustler. He's like, should I give you a chance to run that back?
And I think
you want to get your straps. Well, let's run it back.
So I got a question.
And I know why he did it. I know why he did it because
is he the heavyweight champion of the world?
No, he's welterweight. He feels like Arrow gave him this opportunity.
Damn right.
And it's you gotta respect that shit. You gotta, like, the man got his ass whipped. Okay, but he kept coming. He ain't ducked this motherfucker when nobody would fight Bud. Correct me if I'm wrong. That shit I knew. Nobody would fight Bud. And
I won't fight him either.
Everybody was ducking Spence for a while until they said, okay, Danny Swift, shout out to Danny, because Danny was the first one to take that fade. No, it was Brooke. But Danny was the first one to take that smoke. But that was after the accident. And he was whooping these motherfuckers after the accident. He just walked into God's right hand in this fight.
Only person who wanted to smoke was Sean Porter. And he got both of them.
Yeah.
You know, and Bud did the same thing to both of them. Stopped them for the first time in their career. They got stoppage. You know, and I think that's bad even for a true champion to get stopped.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
Come on, man. That's bad. That's bad.
The other thing I want to say, man, is is we all laugh and we make jokes and shit. But you got a lot of people going, I guess they in the man's inbox calling him a fucking bum.
Wow.
Calling who a bum?
Spence. Calling Spence a bum.
How?
Please. He ran up against the boogeyman. The guy nobody want to fucking fight.
Right.
And then the first thing he said was, let's run that back. He's like, hell yeah, let's run that back. And he said December. He got a date.
Right.
Like, shit, we can run.
He want to fight it. They're gonna fight again.
Probably.
Yes. Probably. And I'm watching it.
You got to.
I'm damn sure gonna watch. I want to see. I need to talk to Spence. Like Spence, look at me. If you are watching this, guard your fucking face. That's where you failed at. You kept letting them hit you in the same places. Guard your face.
She dead
Okay.
serious though.
She is. She said, Spence, we gotta talk to him. He's serious about that fight? Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Said it during the interview. He was
Because on
like,
some real stuff, I didn't know who they were. I just went to a fight party
Okay.
and we watched the fight, and then just to watch that, and everybody was putting Spence on like this pedestal. They was like, yeah, I got
Yeah.
Spence, blah blah. Everything was on Spence, and then I'm watching Crawford, and then I'm just like, I'm looking at Spence. I'm thinking like, okay, y'all sure y'all ain't for old boy? Because
Right.
dude,
They
Yeah,
blackballed this dude for so long
They
that
did.
you know they wouldn't
was
give him a
Aram's
shot,
fault.
and nobody knew how strong he was. And I've been watching this dude career damn near from day one, and was like, he's
This
a fucking
Crawford?
problem. Yeah,
And that
He's a
was
problem.
Okay.
that was Bob Aram's
Yep.
bullshit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And
I like
and
how
go ahead,
Go
Mr.
ahead.
Go ahead. You got it.
I
Go,
like
go,
how
go,
he
go.
I like how he carries himself too.
Yeah,
I
he's
like
a
how
mid-
Crawford
he's a-
carries
he's
himself
a-
because the
he's a
first thing he
Midwest guy.
did,
Yeah.
he got excited.
You
And you know what I'm saying? I
character.
said, take that win, but he got down and he went and talked to that man. You know what I'm saying? He
Yeah.
basically told him, hey, you a fighter, show mad love, and then he went on about his business. But I like everything about him, and he's very calculated.
Yeah, man.
He's a calculated fighter.
I give you a backstory on Mr. Crawford real quick. He's an ex-hustler. Dude was in a
Yep.
dice game one night, got shot in the head, drove himself to the hospital, and ever
Damn,
since
they
he
both got
shot,
stories.
ever since he got shot in the head, he was like, I'm done with hustling, and turned to boxing, and the rest is history.
And see,
That's Bud Crawford.
and this is why
Yeah.
we can't. This is why we
Well,
can't
this
use.
was a good fight then because one got thrown out of a car and the other one got shot in the head. So I don't feel bad now
Right.
because at first I was like, damn, I'm up here talking about Spence and he
Yeah.
went through all this, but damn, he got shot in the head. So
No,
it's just like it's a good match.
And it ain't nothing to talk about. This is what fans do. This man got into 2 car accidents. He got into another one after that. But this man these was literally 2 fucking Terminators fighting. This is
Right.
the T800 and the T1000. I gotta call Bud the T800 because the T800 didn't always whoop the new models' asses. They always recalibrated,
Mhm.
but and found a way. But I didn't just sleep on the brother. Just like, oh, I hadn't seen enough of him. Think about it. What pub did Bud really get besides word of mouth? This Spence was out there with fucking Jerry Jones.
Yep.
You know what I'm
What's
saying?
call it? But thing was, he's from Omaha. Him and Warren
Right.
Buffett are like this. So
See,
he
I
got a
had
little
no
shine.
clue.
Yeah, he got a little shine with Warren because Warren is a big fan. He was like, because Terrence always wanted to fight in Omaha, and that was a
Right.
detriment to his career. They're like, dude, you can't. Motherfuckers don't want to come and watch these damn fights. It's either Barclays, Dallas, or Vegas, or
Yeah.
Atlantic City. Nobody want to come to fucking Omaha. What are you doing?
Right.
So
You
he
know,
got off that bullshit. That's when he was like, fuck that. I'll fight anybody in the phone booth.
right.
Set it up. I'll do it. But then the calls dried up because people in the know that he's been getting cats out of there. He's been getting busy for years, and nobody want to put their number one fighter up against him because they trying to make too much money off their fighters. And once they take that L, that's it.
But
now,
ain't nobody seen no punishment like this, man. He
not
ain't
like-
did no
and,
shit
and
like
again, he took it light.
that. Right.
He took it light because he could have took his head off his shoulders if he wanted to.
Yeah.
It looked like when the
He
fight was
coulda- he
over, he
coulda-
could have
he
ran that
coulda-
back with one of the Charlos. Mind you got to watch the footage. He was talking shit to one of the Charlos too during the fight. After
They
the
don't
last
want it,
knockdown,
man.
he was talking shit to the Charlos because they think they got next.
I don't think they want that. I think maybe Boots Ennis might have a chance because Boots is nice. But I don't think the Charlos are nice too.
They,
But they don't want that, man. Look what that man did. You ever see a motherfucker take a steak and get that metal mallet and go,
Tenderizer.
wow? I felt bad. Man, I was in there. I was like, come on, Spence. This your boy from the gym. I met you 3 times. We talked, man. Don't do this, man.
Did you
My
understand?
son-
Did you see the beginning of what he explained why he wore that net on his outfit when he
Catch
came
the
in? He
big
did his
fish.
ring one. That's it, and he did. He
Man,
proved it.
look.
Like, I caught the motherfucker. I got his ass. Now I'm about to fillet and saute his ass. Which
So
he
look,
did.
man. I'm watching the
but
fight.
he knew he had it in the bag though.
I'm FaceTiming Eddie.
That part.
Yeah, he could.
All I saw is teeth.
He was so confident. He was
'Cause he
very
was laughing.
confident after the third round. Like I just seen it in him. He was so
All I saw
confident.
is teeth, man. Eddie was like, ah. I told you, man, it's something special. That
It's-
motherfucker is Skynet. Skynet, that's it with the AI.
The shit I've been fucking spewing out my mouth for months, hell, damn near years. It was like, this motherfucker can knock you out with both hands. When the commentators was like, did you see how far Earl jumped back when he hit him with a jab? A jab.
Did you hear what he said about the jab? He said
Yeah.
he said we knew you can't
Mhm.
just use a flick jab with him.
Yep.
So we worked on a stiff one to stop him.
Yep. And what did he do?
Man, look,
Freeze
I'm telling
frame.
you, it looked
Freeze
like
frame.
it looked like he had some. And please don't take this as me saying it's glove gate, but it looked like that motherfucker had a cinder block hitting him in his face.
That
And my
part.
boy got up, man. Yeah. Now, this shit is kind of like Afro Samurai.
Did y'all see it? And they kept showing it. It was like playing a video game on it because they kept showing it from different angles. That's why I was like, damn, that is so embarrassing.
But you know
And it
what
was
I would
amazing.
do? And you can tell me if I'm wrong, Ed. You can tell me if I'm wrong. I would now does the rematch, first of all, before I say this, does the rematch have to be immediately?
I don't know if it
I hope not,
necessarily has to be
'cause he can't-
immediately, but again, he said within, I forget, it's a time frame. And
Okay.
they have to work the
Oh.
numbers and make sure that the numbers are right. And I'm pretty sure that your boy Earl may not be on the, it may not be
Not
a
no
50-50.
more.
Yeah, it may not be a
Not
50-50.
no
They got to
more.
work those, they got to work those numbers out. And because I'm pretty sure Terrence was like, I don't give a shit. He gave me a shot. I'm gonna give him a shot to run it back. Let's go.
There you go. And that's
Let's
man
go.
shit.
Yeah,
And
that's
I
what
would
it
like to say this. Too often you don't really see boxers with endorsements and shit. Bud deserves some goddamn endorsements now.
Mhm. Mhm.
He
They just
deserves
don't.
some
He's
endorsements.
been in the shadows. They just didn't like him because of Bob. Bob kept him like, yeah, I got this pit bull or whatever, but I ain't gonna let him loose on nobody.
Well, Bob
never-
was
he
openly
never put him out.
disrespected him.
I could see him
okay.
on Nike.
He's not making me any money.
See?
He's
Yeah, because you're not
making me any
putting
money.
him out there. That's
You're
why
not
when they
putting him
asked him, it
out
was like,
there.
who do you want? And Terrence was like, he know who I want. We could go right now. That's all I've been doing is training. He ain't fought nobody in what, damn near a year?
Yeah.
Shit.
They
That's
don't
the
want
only
it.
thing that's the only thing that's hurting him is time. There's
So my
nobody left.
thing is now Arrow need to understand this shit is like Afro Samurai, where you had to be the number 2 to go at the number 1, and anybody could challenge the number 2. Everybody gonna try and come for Spence head now. They think that they can replicate what Bud did, and these cats don't have that same kind of talent. You know what I mean?
That part.
Because
you can't train for something you never seen before. You never seen a fighter switch hit on you like that.
let me tell you, Danny Swift was nobody's punk.
Nobody.
And Porter had that same grit and fighting spirit that only a fucking Miguel Cotto got.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Thurman is nice, but I just don't see it. I just
Right.
everybody's saying like, bro, you wouldn't give Errol a shot in the first place, and I remember that shit. You said he ain't fought nobody, even when he whooped Kell Brook. You still didn't want to give him the chance.
That's
Now
what
you
fighters say
injured and
when
need
they
a
scared.
payday.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what fighters say when they scared.
Right. And
Mhm.
one thing you got to give Spence is he always said, I ain't ducking no smoke. He got his ass beat, but look
He
who
wanna
he
run
got
it
his
back.
ass beat by.
Yeah, he want to run it back immediately.
Right. If
And
I
by
get
him want to fight by the end of the year, that's immediate.
right.
You know?
Damn.
But the next big fight will be Canelo and one of the
Charlo.
Charlo brothers at the
Who
end
you
of
got?
September. I got Charlo if he box.
That's
If he
okay.
bang, he's done.
Right.
That's how I'm gonna call it. If he come out and he box and keep that little redhead Mexican dude at bay,
Yeah.
he got it.
You know
But if
he
he try
still
to bang with fucking with
yeah.
what you call
Canelo.
it with old butt with Canelo, it's a wrap.
Because you know still eating that fucking super cow meat and shit.
Yeah, that part.
You know what I mean? That
That's-
he swear that's the
Yeah.
because I mean ain't nobody been able to do to him what Mayweather did. Mayweather put on a clinic with him.
Yeah. But
that was a different Canelo.
That was a different thing because your boy ballooned up 15 pounds overnight,
Of
which
muscle.
is not good.
Solid muscle.
Not good. Yeah, it's muscle, but it's still not good. 15 pounds, anything overnight is not good when you boxing. And that's what happened. He looked like it too. But
now, aren't they trying to make the Stevenson Haney fight?
yeah. Yeah. They trying to. Like I said, boxing's been so funky. I'm surprised this even happened. I was like to the last minute until Eminem came out and walked Crawford out. I was like, man, okay, it's happening. You know,
Eminem ain't even rap.
No,
he just said the
it,
next welterweight champion.
Yeah, the check didn't clear. You know how much it costs to get Eminem to rap during the ring walk? Terrence was like, shit, I just need like 15 minutes, or, 15 seconds. Just call my name, and that'll be enough.
He ain't need that money. He could have gave that man some.
Yeah, but he did his thing.
It's business. I get it.
He gave him a Midwest discount. You know.
God damn, man.
Omaha to Detroit. So that's it, man. That's my 2 cents on it, man. I hope they run it back.
And man, I'm proud of both cats. I'm glad these cats still alive and nobody died. and hey, man, hey, yeah. Well, I'm glad Spence didn't die. Listen, when you're wrong, you got to say you're wrong. It wasn't that I disliked Bud or I was discounting who he was. Again,
it was your guy. You had no reason to go against You had no reason to go against Spence.
Right.
None.
And even if he wasn't my guy, again, we talking about a man who fought everybody he said he was going to fight, who had never been put down, who's broken eye sockets and battered people. And then we seen Bud go down. Now we seen what he did when he got up, but you know, hey man, when you a novice, man, because you get so many people that's like, man, y'all just don't know boxing, and motherfucker, you don't either. But
right,
hey man, shout out to Bud, man. You got a new goddamn fan, Spence. I'm still riding with you, player. So
I love you. I love you, Crawford. You whooped that ass. You whooped that ass, Crawford. You did that.
She's loving these young guns. Crawford, Jalen Brown.
He was leaking.
That Miss Kiki.
He was leaking. No, not like that. Not like that. But he was leaking.
Yeah, he was.
Soaking wet. Spence, you was leaking.
Crawford, he wasn't just leaking. He was swelling up.
Man, that boy head was. That boy.
That was a good ass fight though. I enjoy watching it, but yeah, I'm proud of both of y'all too. But hey. You did that, Crawford.
Hey, Crawford, Spence and Crawford, man, y'all more than welcome to come on and talk to our 603 subscribers, man.
And then wait, hold on, and then Eddie, no, you can't be putting me on him. He ain't got no $304 million.
Midwest
like
here.
Jalen.
He'll be all right. He getting some cake.
Yeah,
Midwest here.
Well, he got to get his weight up, man.
Don't nobody want no pussy in the cabin. Nobody want no pussy in the 18-wheeler cabin. He's too cramped in there. Your knees bent now.
He said he fighting the phone booth. I'm done. Good night, y'all.
I'm fighting the phone booth. I'll fuck an 18-wheeler cabin.
You know what? That's a TKO for me.
There you go. She shot her shot. That's it.
There you go, man.
Family,
hey, man.
Good show.
Good show.
Hey,
we need
what
to
you sipping on, Ed? Is that a hot toddy or something?
Nah, not today, man. 50 provinces. 50 provinces.
50 provinces. Red.
He got 99. He got 50 problems and the bitch ain't one.
There you go. Shout out to DJ LOH on the ones and twos. The man in the myth who explains the man in the myth, the legend. Thank you.